Uh,
Well, even before that, even before you talk, let's discuss even how we started communicating within the past, what, not even 24 hours. Um, so I received a message through DM, and she was asking me if I remembered her. And I didn't. I actually asked her if she was the girl that peed in the seat because she was saying she was there that night.
I
And
think
she
I know
said
who that
no.
is too. I don't
Yeah,
know her
I
name.
found out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it. I found out. But so like I said, Brandy reached out to me and she was saying, "I'm the girl you took my keys." That is when it, I mean, everything kind of really started coming back to me when Lewis was saying I went back to the house and I was like, oh, I couldn't remember. And then I was like, oh, I do remember because I was cussing out everybody. He was like, yeah. But then he was like, but we talked in the room and I couldn't remember what room he was talking about. Well, Brandy is going to tell you all what happened that night when she was there regarding my son as well as myself, and even the next morning. And I think her story is extremely important. If there is anyone else out there who feels as if they do not have a voice, open your mouth. You are not alone. Go ahead.
Definitely not. Is Cali gonna be joining this live?
Um, um,
Because
I
I
can
wonder if he remember me as well.
I can ask him to. Do you want me to ask him?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see.
I need to smoke.
He's on here. If Callie is not still on live, let him know that I did invite him to this live at the wishes of Brandy. So go ahead.
He didn't say anything. He didn't wave because we was all out of. And I didn't think about it until later. Like, why is there kids here? Like, why? Why is his son here? Like, what the hell? Why is he downstairs? Or I didn't know what was going on. Like, I'm just here. Like, just here. Um, so fast forward, the trainer is now taking me upstairs because I'm panicking. I'm thinking, you know, I'm I'm having negative thoughts. This is like a really bad trip for me. My first time. I don't know nobody. I'm by myself. Nobody knows I'm here. I didn't tell no family members, no friends. Like, I rolled up by myself. Who does that? Slow. But I did, so the trainer looked out for me and he kept coming up there every 10, 15 minutes, it felt like, just to make sure I was okay. He was like, just calm down, drink some water, you'll be okay. And then next thing you know, I'm like, I'm trying to calm myself down. I couldn't go to sleep. I had my eyes closed for a long time. And I remember I had my keys in my pocket. So that's when Royce and the trainer comes in the room. And she's like, hey, um, I just came to check on you. Like, where are your keys at? And I'm like, they're in my pocket. They're right here. They're safe. And she's like, okay, well, let me have them. And I'm like, why? At first, I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, I just, people do crazy things sometimes. They first time doing it. I just want to make sure you're okay. And I'm like, I'm good. I literally lost my sister to a car accident like less than a year ago. I'm not going nowhere. I know that I'm not right now. So I still handed her my keys. Something told me to hand it to her, but the moment that door closed, I freaked out. I started panicking. I'm like, these people gonna chop me up and feed me to the snakes downstairs. Like, I'm having some bad thoughts. I'm like, this is not like, I want it to go away. Somebody turn it off. Fix me. Like, I don't like this. And I'm up here by myself.
Damn.
So sure enough, the trainer comes back and he sees I'm just panicking. I can't sit in one spot. I'm just like tears all over my face. I can't explain all these feelings and emotions that I'm going through.
I know exactly where you was at. Yep.
Yes.
I
So
know exactly.
he's
Yep.
like, what can I do to help you? I'm like, just give me my keys back, please. I'll just lay here. I won't move. I won't talk to nobody. I won't go nowhere. I promise. I promise you I'm not going nowhere. And he brought me my keys back. So I calmed down and I laid there and I tried to go to sleep. And sure enough, I remember what this man smelled like. And it wasn't Superman that came and picked me up, but somebody picked me up and took me downstairs, long flight of stairs, and down this hallway to big ass room, his room, Superman's room. So now I'm just, I'm here. I'm here. So we're going to fast forward to adult things, you know, and here I am waking up at like 6, 5, 5:45, 6:30, maybe real early. And I hear you. I hear you outside. I'm laying in this bed and I hear you outside talking about you will light this shit up. You will shoot this shit up. Open the gate. I hear you arguing with somebody. I don't know who it is, but I hear all of this. Here comes Royce. She's bamming on the door. Superman proceeds to pick up his phone and he's looking at the cameras and he's like, it's just my baby mama. So now somebody's on the phone yelling, screaming, yelling on the phone. I'm laying right next to him. Literally laying right next to him. So I can hear the other person screaming and yelling. One was a woman, I'm sure it was Royce, and one was a male. And so after he got off the phone with the male, I'm like, what is going on? Like, he's like, it's cool. You can just go back to sleep. Somebody was still high, still on shrooms and stuff. And so they was running outside naked and somebody called the police. But I got it handled. You can just go back to sleep.
So, Cali, you were naked outside
You were
and acting
the
crazy.
naked man.
Yeah.
All these years in my head, you were the naked man. That's crazy.
Hmm.
It definitely was.
And when she heard me banging on the door, it was when I was being like, get the fuck up. There's police, like, at the house. That's when
So,
you heard
like,
me bang on the door. That when I
Yes.
was banging on the door, it was when police were there. So Callie was already gone.
Yeah.
my
It definitely
shoes was
was.
left there for like 3 months.
Yeah.
My shoes was gone. I didn't know where my shoes was the next morning. But what really got me to this place of like wanting to speak up is a live that I seen y'all do yesterday. So yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
it fucking broke me. It
Wow.
fucking broke me because of the things that you heard of him doing in the room, in some room with 3 other men or 2 other men with men, and then you proceed to put your. I feel disgusted, like I feel. It's a lot of moving pieces, a lot of things that.
A lot of moving pieces. So it's definitely a lot of moving pieces. I am so sorry. Wow.
And I've
I
held on to this for so long. And I've kept this shit to my motherfucking self. I felt like I couldn't talk to nobody. I felt like I've been being watched. I've been being like, let's talk about this text message that I did not send
To me.
to Royce on Monday. I DM'd her. I DM'd her yesterday and sent her my number. And she sent me a text tonight that says, hey, we need to talk on Monday. How? How did I get your how?
Yeah. I was explaining to you, I was like, I didn't even know I had your number until you text me that picture of you being like helping with his birthday party that next year or later on that year, whenever it was. And I was like, I didn't even know I had your number. So I guess at some point we exchanged numbers, and she's like, wait, no, I just got your number. I just saved it
That's
in my
funny.
phone. And I'm like, no, you text me on Monday saying, hey, can we talk at like 11 p.m.? And she's like, no, I didn't. And I'm like, yes, you did. And I screen grabbed it and I sent it to her. And she's like, I didn't send you that.
That's on my.
So now we got people playing on phones.
Yo,
Do he have my account information or something? My Apple account, is he logged in on the phone that like he could receive all my texts or something? Like, well, I don't get it. But at this point, I'm scared.
sis, listen to me. Listen to me. Yo, I told y'all my phone was acting crazy.
Mhm.
When I got to my phone was scrambling. It would not come on. This is why I couldn't.
Remember last night when people talking about, oh, they couldn't hear me, I was distorted, I was glitching, and even when I started this one, people were talking about they couldn't hear me, or Royce turned the comments off because I guess there's people acting crazy in the comments. I turned them off, but still saying that my video was messed up. But from what I see, I'm clear as day. This is the type of shit I be talking about. What you went through is very borderline. And you know what I mean when I say borderline. Nobody should have transported you from that fucking room to put you in his bed as a present or as his dessert, his finale, after what he had just done.
It's fucking disgusting, yo.
It
It's
is. And
fucking
just like, remember
disgusting.
you said you were disgusted because he raw dogged you? Well, you ain't just say that, but you told me that. This is how I
Thanks,
felt
Royce.
all them years ago. I'm sorry. But I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just saying it's important because this is how nasty he is. And that's why even when I said in that one part of my video, when I found out that he had been fucking all these girls, I was like, oh my God, all I could think about was he does not like to use condoms. But
At all.
my stupid ass was there during quarantine and I fell for all the antics just like you. Sweetheart, I do not
And
want
I
you to
thought you was
feel.
there with your man.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, to every woman that has dealt with this man who is feeling like, I don't want to say nothing because I was so embarrassed. We all feel that way. We all feel stupid as fuck. We all
Stupid
feel
as
dumb. We
fuck.
all feel like, oh, when
Oh,
people say, oh, y'all weren't manipulated, y'all just saw money. No, it was way deeper than that because he knew how to pull at your heartstrings. He knew how to play on your trauma. He knew how to make it seem like he was Superman.
Yo, yo, I'm I'm so fucking blow because like this is what I told y'all. I told y'all first I heard. Listen, I walked through the back door. Cause they left me on the stairs, like I was out on the stairs. I found my way around to the back door. I was up and down, up and down. I was watching them all through. When I got to that back window, I was watching them all through the glass. It was Superman, the dark skin. He wasn't bald headed, but his haircut was very low. It was Kevin Wesley, and it was the tattoo guy.
the tattoo
So
artist.
the light skinned guy, right?
Uh-huh.
The big light skinned guy, right?
Uh-huh.
Him, and it was a girl sitting across,
Bald head.
bald head. Yeah,
That's the one who peed in the chair. I don't know her name, but
yeah. I don't know her name either. She came in my chat one day. She came in my chat one day while I was live, and she said I was there that night. She said I was the. She said I was the sneaky link that didn't eat the fruit. Now, when she left that comment, she said, I was the sneaky link that didn't eat the fruit. And she put a bunch of laughing faces. To this day, that comment bothers me. Why did she say that with a bunch of laughing faces? And then when she left that message, an account came in my chat that was named under his basketball name, his legal name, Superman's name, that said he told her to shut the fuck up. Shut up. And that girl never commented no more. Then he left me a message. He left me a message and he said, he said, Cali, I'm in Atlanta right now. He said, get off the internet and come see me. And I responded back to him. And I said, put a face on it. I said, until you put a face on it, I'm going to just assume this is a fake page. Now, it bothers me why she said I was the sneaky link who didn't eat the fruit. That's weird to me. And then she just put these little laughing faces, and he came immediately and told her, you better shut up, right? That's the girl I heard, or that's the girl that was sitting in the
That was
living
in
room,
that
and I heard
room
her
that you
moaning.
heard the first time.
And you heard her
Yeah, that
leave.
wasn't me.
You
So
heard
I
that
heard
girl
her
leave.
first. Then it went quiet. It went quiet in there. Then I just heard those guys. Superman, Kevin Wesley, the dark skinned, low haircut, bald head guy, and the tattoo dude. They were all in there just giggling and talking, giggling, and it was like some old high school girl type stuff. And then I just started hearing Superman moaning it was like, it was like, God, and then he came in your room. He came in there with you.
And raw dogged me. He came in there and did me like that, bro.
God, God, baby.
So fucking stupid,
You're
yo.
not stupid.
Nah,
You're
you
not
not
stupid. You
stupid at all.
fell.
You not, man, yo.
And I was just flossing him around. Oh my God. You got me an NBA player. The fuck? And you want to know who else I remember? I don't know if this has anything to do with your situation, but she was like, I'll have to text you her name that was told to me, but she was the nanny, like
The nanny was there.
of the
The,
house. Yes,
the,
like a Jamaican lady.
yep, yep,
She stared at me
yep.
the whole night, the whole entire night, and I feel like every time I did go back and hang out, and she was there before she got let go, she would be asking me about my son, like, so who's taking care of your kid? Where's
And
your
you
son
know,
at?
I never saw her that night. I was told that she was
Exactly.
off the clock. I
She was on the porch
never
when I
saw
pulled up.
her that.
She was
I
on the
never
porch.
fucking saw her that night, y'all.
She was on the porch when I pulled
There.
up.
She
Yeah,
was
she was.
I
there.
was asleep.
Yep, she was
Just like when
definitely there.
when Brandy got there, I was in my room in the guest house. I was asleep.
Yep, she was there. The nanny lady. When I pulled up, she was standing on the porch. Yep. Listen, y'all. I'm telling y'all. I felt like some shit was weird. I felt like some shit was weird. I felt like after a while, after I flipped out about that dude being missing, I started feeling like something is not right. Like, I don't know, man. I just felt like this is when I started yelling at Kevin Wesley and was telling him he sold his soul. I was like, you sold your soul, nigga. Like, yo, he took me down those stairs, and I ain't gonna lie, that's when I felt like, is these niggas about to try to sacrifice me or something? Like, real talk. Like, that's what, it was a lot going on them stairs.
Yeah.
And I wasn't nobody running around there naked. Nothing sexual happened with me. at that house. Nobody violated me, no nothing like that. But it was some weird shit. I felt like that was weird. Nigga offering me some fruit. I heard the gay sex going on in the next room. I heard it. You know what I'm saying? And then a nigga come in, walk out that room, and try to offer me a bowl of fruit
And
with his
meanwhile,
hips
my
gyrating.
child is just walking around saying he's hungry.
And he's hungry with a bunch of stuff on the table. Do you remember that table? Wasn't there
It
mushrooms
was
all
so much shit on that
all
table, peanut
on that table?
butter. It was, yes, it was a long ass table
Long
full of
ass
shit.
table. Full of shit.
Full of shit.
I've been saying this stuff.
I remember picking up the phone because I don't know why my high ass wanted to call my brother and ask him to bring me a bottle of water. But I picked up my phone. I got on the phone. I was standing right there where that little window is where you look into the
And
kitchen
when you look in
on that
the
side of
kitchen.
the table. Yeah. And I was on the phone and somebody was like, "What are you doing on the phone? You're not supposed to be on the phone." I was like, "I'm
Oh,
calling my
okay, so you
brother." And they
okay.
like, "You calling your brother for what?" And I was like, "Cause I need some water." And you like, "What?" Somebody said what? Like, and then they just let me talk on the phone. But he was pissed. My brother was. He can tell you that about that night I called him. He was pissed. He was like, "Where are you? Send me your location right now, cause I'm coming to get you."
So that next day, though, when you were picked up, what were you told? Or what were they told? Who picked you up?
My car was outside. My
Hmm.
car was outside, but I didn't go home the next day. I stayed. I stayed for a few days after that.
Okay.
But it, shit, a whole hell of a lot. I can't
So
say
when did
shit about.
when you were talking when you told me about the people from Philly?
We was in Philly.
Oh, when
This
you
was
heard that?
Yeah, this was
Oh,
a whole
okay.
different time. That's why I had brought that up because that conversation when he
Yeah.
said, "Oh my baby mama dumbass just did that to so she can trip harder." We was in Philly when that happened.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was supposedly, I don't know if they were still engaged. She told me they wasn't. She had just threw him this birthday party and he said they broke up and he kicked her out and he flew me out there.
This is the
Superman.
basketball girlfriend.
Yeah, the basketball
When he,
girlfriend.
yeah, the one who stepped out with right when they were in the bubble.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. She was when I was coming around, she was coming there.
Hmm.
Yep,
Well,
she
she
was
was coming around like during the time I was there, but more as a just popping up and
yeah,
him
yeah.
telling her to leave and saying that she was crazy and that she just wanted him back. And
Yeah,
yeah,
I
but
heard a lot
yeah,
of
I
that.
thought they came and picked you up, but I guess that makes sense. You had your own car. But I didn't realize
Yeah.
that was like way later that he told them that.
Yeah, this was a completely different time.
Uh,
He flew me
dang.
out
My fault.
there and his family members, two of his family members came to pick me up from the airport and to get me to his house. And when I got there, it was a vibe. Like I got videos and pictures in that big ass house, big ass fireplace, rooms everywhere, basketball court in there. I'm shooting in a gym. I got
All
videos
that.
of that. Me shooting in a damn gym.
Yeah, all that.
But it was a vibe. But that was the day that he said to them, like, he was like, "Oh, just explain how, your first time with shrooms was." And I was like, "Yeah, I didn't like that shit. I was like, it scared the shit out of me. I thought I was gonna die. I was having death thoughts. Like, nah. Like, it was too
God.
many snakes in there for me. Like, I was
Let me
dancing in the damn
clarify
corner with
before
nobody."
people, hold on, let me clarify before people be like, he didn't have an inside gym. He had a basketball court. I actually did a TikTok on it. He had a
Off
basketball
to the
court
side.
on his property, which was right next to a rose garden.
Yep.
So when we're talking about gym, he does have a workout gym.
He does
But
have a
no,
gym.
there's not a basketball goal there, but there is a basketball goal on the other side of the pool.
Yep.
So before people are like, oh, she's talking about a different, no.
inside the gym, he got the workout, he got the weights and
The what?
all of
Right.
that in there. Then
Yeah.
on the side, he got the basketball court
I'm just
outside.
Yeah.
trying to clarify because
Yeah,
people like to, take little
Take
things and
stuff
being
and
like,
run
this
with it.
don't make, yeah.
Yeah.
They don't do that to anybody else, but they gonna do that to us.
No, but he told his family members like after I was explaining it, he was like, I was like, yeah, somebody came in there. I was like, yeah, Royce came in there and took my keys. And then I really started to panic. Like I started to trip even harder. Like, and he was like, no, her dumb ass did that on purpose because she know what people do when they on shrooms. She wanted you to trip harder. She did that shit on purpose. She took your keys on purpose. I was
Hmm.
like,
So let's
okay.
let more people hate me.
right,
Yeah.
right. And boy, I can already hear them how they finna try to spin that.
Yeah.
I can
Why
already
would she
hear.
take her keys? Why
Yeah.
wouldn't she let her go home?
Oh, she
Why
was
wouldn't?
witty. She was sound like she was helping them out.
Yep.
She was.
Hmm.
No, she wanted me to be safe.
And you got
She
your
wanted
keys
me
back. Because when you really started tripping out, I was like, fuck it.
just give her a key.
Give her her keys.
Look, I cuddled him like that was the only thing I had. I was like, all right, let me try
Yeah.
to get some sleep.
Hmm.
So you see,
Crazy.
it's just crazy because I can hear how people are gonna try to spin this even on you, sis. Telling your
And
story
it's okay. They can take what
Hmm.
they want to take from it and run with it. I just hope that this helps somebody. It
else.
helps
Hmm.
Layla. It helps, her to get back to her mom. It should be no reason in the world why a baby is stripped from her mother.
Wow.
Like,
And that says a lot about you. That says a lot about your character because this is something that happened to you like, what, 4 years ago now? And you are concerned about children, which is exactly who I'm concerned about too. Because people are always like, you're grown and you put yourself in that position. No, even as an adult, you can be groomed, you can be manipulated, you can be brainwashed. That's
You
why
definitely
people get
can.
all
You
up in this.
definitely can.
Exactly. That's why people are joining cults,
You
like
definitely
as
can.
adults and sacrificing themselves. Like, as much as someone can sit here and say, how did y'all fall for that? Oh, it couldn't have been me, or I never would have, or I would have taken my child this day. It's easy to say that from the outside
yeah,
looking
when
in.
you're not in the
Stand on that and
situation.
feel like you just this person. When you
Hmm.
are in the situation and someone is in your ear like this, and not just one, but several, and you now are trusting these people,
God.
you can definitely
So
fall for it.
so sis, like, God damn, like y'all, like, damn, it was actual contact, huh? God damn, it wasn't. God, like,
But you got tested and all that stuff, like, but I'm that mental, that psyche, that memory is something that is it's going to fester. But like I told you before, you are not alone. We have all been there where we felt stupid, where we felt naive and gullible, and we were. Like, call a spade again. We were.
let, can I
But
ask?
we were coming from a place of genuineness. We were coming from a place of trust. And we felt that what
Day
was
one.
being told to us was true
Hmm.
and honest.
It's been
Can
lied.
I ask you? Can I ask you? Okay, so so you said you were tripping. We know you were tripping because you were brought to a bed, right?
I was high even the next day.
I was too. I was too. So
Like my body started hurting. That's how bad it was. My bones was fucking hurting. I'm like, why does my body hurt? I just want to go to sleep.
So I
But
want
the
to.
situation.
I'm just trying to get an understanding, right?
Hmm.
This was this. You're high, so you
Well,
wouldn't
yeah,
consider this.
yeah. I was proud of that. I guess. Like, I remember that part. I remember when he came into the room and got in the bed and all the clothes got removed. Like, yeah, that was it was consensual. I'm not saying that I didn't want to do that part. Yes, I was high.
You just didn't know it was following.
Follow.
All of
Okay, I
that
got you now.
and
It,
that part, hearing that is what made me. It shook me. It
now what
broke
I
me
told you.
down. Because how dare you do some
That's
shit
why I
like
was
that?
like, it's very borderline.
That's what I. Okay, I got to understand it
How
now.
dare
Yeah.
you?
So we just following the timeline now. Like after what I heard in the next room, and then it was from there. It was to you.
Right after. Right after. Right after.
I told y'all, man. I told y'all these dudes is out here. They not playing fair, man. I told y'all these dudes ain't playing fair out here, man.
That's crazy.
I'm sorry, man.
That is
That's
crazy.
that's true.
And you were still in communication with him up until when?
Recently, it's still right now. I'm
Oh,
texting his. He
well,
on my line.
that might stop.
I don't. I don't give a
I,
shit.
I'm just saying, like, yikes. But
He, oh,
It
he's
needs to
still.
stop. It should have been.
yeah,
I've been stopped. Like, I haven't seen him in person since it's been a minute. It's been
like over a year.
yeah.
Okay.
God damn, man. I'm telling y'all, it was 4 dudes. Oh my gosh.
And
Like, oh,
I remember all those dudes.
And very
It's
little
crazy.
females.
Mm-hmm.
wow.
Well,
That's
I
that's
wanted, like I said before, I wanted to give you as much of the platform as I could to get you to be able to tell your story. And whether you wanted to do it at all, whether you wanted to do it anonymously and over a speakerphone, or whether you wanted to do it by video. I said that I would help you. I said that I felt like it was important.
It
Um,
is.
and I hope that you feel a sense of relief. And I think we all, as much as we may try and act like, oh, I'm good, there is a sense of fear because we know what they are capable of. And
yeah.
looking left and looking right, and our families being threatened, and
And
things
text
happening with phones.
messages, random.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Like,
I get it, but there's strength in numbers,
Wow.
and
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
happy that
Oh man.
when I decided to speak, that I wasn't doing it alone. So I thank everybody who has been reaching out saying that they were there that night. I think everybody who has had an important piece has opened their mouth. I do not think that the tattoo guy is going to open his mouth because of what his profession is. Um,
Yeah, I definitely don't
probably
think he's
not.
gonna open his mouth.
yeah. And I'm
He's
also
probably
not
gonna
going to
block me
speak
after
on,
he see this, but I
yeah,
don't
and
care.
I'm also not going to speak on the other one because I do believe that he was a saving grace. Um, and that's why I try and keep quiet even on that. And you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I
But
mean, we still like
yeah,
this, so
Yeah.
right.
it's like we got each
Yeah,
other's number.
yeah,
Just
See,
an issue
yeah.
we can
see,
call,
that's what I'm trying to
But
tell people. That's what I'm trying to get people to understand. Yo, it's still people that ain't speaking, yo.
yeah, and that,
It's
and we're just talking about one night. We're talking
just
about one night.
one night. This is just
Yeah,
One
one
that's
night.
just yeah.
So just
This,
imagine what has gone on in the others. And that's why, like I said, I wanted to give you as much as a voice as I could provide. I don't have a million and something like followers on Instagram or whatever, but
I don't care
I
about
mean,
none of that. I
No,
didn't
I
do
mean,
this to
I'm
gain
just saying, but being able to
followers.
get it
Like,
out there, because if something does end up happening to one of us,
facts.
at least
Y'all
we
know
have
where to
told our
pick
the
up.
story.
track record.
Yeah.
Facts. And sis, you are brave. Like like I get what's upsetting you. You know, even if for you to come right from and this is what I was telling y'all about people getting sent to the clinic. This is what I was telling y'all. I've been telling y'all about these women getting sent to the clinic because of all this dudes ain't out here playing fair.
Yep.
They not playing fair. And I get why you're upset. And I understand why were kind of frightened to even tell the story because we know what we're dealing with. I'm sorry you even dealt with that. Yeah, I remember you, sis. I remember you.